Guys, Charge Stream here bringing you another video, and we're going to be going through the different possibilities, hints, and speculation, and all the juicy stuff that Pokemon has put out there that hints at Gen 8. So we're going to go through all of it in this one video. This might take long. I had to find all this information. Some YouTubers I had to look up and find this information as well. It's just crazy how we're already 2018. We're almost fit to probably get a new game as well. I couldn't find everything, but the stuff I did, I found. Like, one of the things were that the Pokemon games are supposed to have this list, and there's this list on the Nintendo website that where it's saying that, hey, it's come out 2018 or later. If you've seen that on other channels, you'll be able to see that. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find that specific one article, but that's about it. Everything else I have laid out, I'm going to show you guys. So let's enjoy the video, and let me know what you guys think in the comments once I'm done with this video. So the first news we ever got was about Creatures Inc. Creatures Inc. is a platform that that the Pokemon company uses for various licenses to expect Pokemon franchise, trading card game, or other merchandise for the Japan. So that's who they are. They just help out with the trading card game, and sometimes even the games, to put them out there, and when they're starting to get released. Lately they've had job listings and things like that, and they had this is from Reddit, but I have one from the official page of Creatures as well. As you can see, if you scroll down here on the I wish I put this in English, translate. It's translating. Oh boy. As you can see down here, they have different concepts. There's right here we have Rayquaza right here on this little poster right here. Just different things showing off Pokemon. So they wanted to have somebody that was good. There go Pokemon, all the logos right there for the GX boxes. Wanted to have some people that knew how to work the Unreal Engine. The Unreal Engine 4 is a very known engine. It's a very reliable engine, and a lot of people use it. It's a very free engine as well. So a lot of people use this engine to create HD games. Some games that are released are in Unreal Engine. The Yoshi game that supposed to be coming out is in Unreal Engine as well, so that's a new thing. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. So after Creatures, we also have this right here. This is an old article, but it's still talked about a lot. How Nintendo wants to take over the 40% market share of the Pokemon that released that could be like next year. This is not for certain, but for surely, like I said, that 2018 or later release could be a thing, and they're expecting the prices on the Switches to go higher. I mean, well, not the prices, but the sale prices on the Switches to go higher, and get those things out the door. Also on this thing, Bloomberg is this website's name. They had some Pokemon Go news that came out for the AR system and stuff like that, but that's not why I came on this page. At the bottom of the page, you have more people talking about that realistic future of Pokemon and things like that. If you see right there at the bottom, it says the Switch is just one of the possible platforms. I think will open up more possibilities for all these platforms playing a more realistic way. This is them interviewing one of the Pokemon people that helped Tsushiki Imazura. They interviewed him, and that's what he said. We're trying to. It's just a new platform that can help out with that type of thing. So definitely hinting more at that Switch there. Let's see. I could have sworn I had the thing up. Guess I didn't. Okay. Guys, we had this direct plan that was supposed to come for the Nintendo Direct that was supposed to come January 11th. It came, surprisingly, and it was a Nintendo Direct Mini. Trying to wait on this thing to come on. It was a Nintendo Direct Mini. They introduced a couple of games that's supposed to be coming to 2018. They had Kirby Super, Star Allies. They had a Switch port for Tropical Freeze for Donkey Kong. And some more other titles that they also had some new DLC for Mario Odyssey. Just things like that. So, you know, when this computer acts right, I'll cut back and let you guys see what's going on. So as you can see, it was planned for January 11th. It came, like I said, I told you some of the games were good on that. So the next thing was, okay. So just like in Kalos, we had a backpacker in Alola that also had a name. And they told us about the next generation a little bit. Now, the lady in Alola region, I didn't get to see yet because she's further in the game, and I haven't got that far yet. But her name is Purdy. She's in this book called Winter something. You can read it on Hoop and Hip Hop's channel. I'll leave his video for that one, for the backpacker. And basically, the name links to the story, and the story is his daughter, and she's supposed to be this queen of some type that's supposed to be with this guy, and they're supposed to be living in Spain. Spain is the region we're trying to speculate at here. Spain is the region that we think is going to be the next one for the next Pokemon games, of course. So I have more reason for that too, because of this guy right here. He gave us this little thing snippet in Kalos, and we didn't know what region it was, and it ended up being Alola for the strange souvenir, and now they just sell them in Alola. The next thing, if we take a look back more into Kalos, we have this little part over here, and this little part over here is where Koray Town is, and if you know where I'm finna go with this, then you'll already understand what I'm about to say. Now, Hoops and Hillsop did have this little artwork here. Koray Town is in this little, in Koray Town, yes, there's a train station. The train station goes nowhere. It is blocked off. There is nowhere to go on that train station. But the train station itself ends up being nowhere to go. So we're thinking that I'm thinking myself that it might go to Spain, or Spain-like region that has something to do with it, because France and Spain are right next to each other, not that far away from each other, I should say. On the map, as you can see, Spain on the screen right now, it is actually attached to France somewhat, and a train, or should I say a train station, going to the Spain region, or going from the Spain region to Kalos would be a nice addition because Kalos felt like an unfinished region, so that might help out. On that note, Europe translation for Corway Town are different ones than the English ones. In the German, Italian, French, and Spanish translations, all the translations to Corway Town and towns' names to being mosaic, and the mosaic thing comes from Spain, and that is artwork. Now, I'm sorry, mosaic town, and mosaic is art, and the art in mosaic in Spain is very highly. People visit there all the time for their mosaic art. It's a type of art style that has these little tile things. That's why you see it like that. This is also from HybridHero's video right there. These little tile things right there. Like I said, all credit goes to him for those little types of big letters and tile things back there. This picture right here shows some of the mosaic art style that they have on the buildings and things like that. They have that in their cities, and then people come and look at this because it's like, oh, this is something different. This is not something you usually would see in the U.S. or any other place. This is something that's specifically to Spain. This is how they want to express themselves. So, Birdkeeper Toby also did a video on this as well. So, HybridHero and Birdkeeper Toby, when they did this video, it was this video that was on the display on the TV at the power plant in Alola. So the power plant, it shows this little video that says there was a gym leader from a faraway region that discovered geothermal energy. Well, HybridHero said that most likely it could be Clement, because Clement is this electric type gym leader. He discovered the geothermal energy, he helped out with that. Also, of course, Volcanion is a geothermal Pokemon. He's 6th generation. So, doesn't mean necessarily it's, but in case it is a new gym leader, we do have that reference there for 8th generation. Possibly. So yeah, see, this is Kalos' geothermal power plant. So, Kalos' power plant does use geothermal energy, so that's another thing. So, Alola uses geothermal energy, they use geothermal energy, so doesn't mean it's 8th generation. So, just in case, that's a reference as well, just in case that might have been a reference to Gen 8. Also in the games, I came across this girl too. It's this girl that says she just came to Alola. She speaks a lot of Spanish words, and she says, this Pokemon I heard in Alola that has this curly hair. Now, I can't really think of one that has this curly hair she's talking about, but I'm pretty sure we don't know what she's talking about. But, this girl, she speaks in a lot of Spanish, and as you can see, her flower on the top of her head, I don't think no one else saw this or not, but her flower is red and yellow, and the colors of the Spain's flag is red and yellow. So that little reference there on her head should be good enough for Spain as well. That's not the only thing. Now, this shadow in this movie that's supposed to be coming out for the, I think it's like the 21st movie. And this is supposed to be a new movie, different art style and everything. This is supposed to be Lugia's shadow. Now, I'm going to talk more about that in just a few minutes. The art style of Ash, as you can see, is totally different. And if you look at his collar, you can see the colors of Spain right there in his collar. The yellow and red right there, just like the flower on the girl's head. So, I'm not just saying this. This is another colorful little hint right there that they put in the thing right there. So, in the movie, little trailer right here, you have this new character as well. She holds up the Pokeball like in Ash did in the Lugia movie before. But I honestly, at this point, it's like you never know what happens when it comes to Pokemon. So let's move on to the next thing that might hint to Gen 8 as well. So as we read this, we can now reveal new Pokemon hypersized figurines in Tarakiyama Tommy catalog for the first time. Thanks for the leak. This gives us a good use of ideas, be promotional views of Pokemon the movie 21, which I said it was. They have the Lugia and Ho-Ho figurines right there. We have also confirmation that new secret figurine will appear April period. However, we ensure that of capacity the reveal will be given code names Ho-Ho, Lugia, and the hypersized figurine 19. So they didn't actually say what the name of the hypersized figurine was for the 19 one. You got 17 Ho-Ho, Lugia 18, and 19 we have no idea. Stands as a solid chance that this Pokemon will be featured in the upcoming movie. Again, as we some months ahead of the official source, it's important not to dismiss a possibility of Ultra Necrozma on the Zeraora figurines in the series. So, even though an I Choose You release, so it stands a good reason that Lugia won't be the main feature of this upcoming movie. So, even though we saw Lugia's shadow, he could not be the main feature. He could be in the movie. Because as you know, in Hoopa's movie, he had these different legendaries, but they weren't the feature legendary Hoopa was. So, Lugia could be in a movie, Ho-Ho could be in the movie, but Ultra Necrozma and Zeraora could be the feature Pokemon in the movies that they're going to be featuring. Or it could be, they could do one movie for Zeraora, one movie for Ultra Necrozma, but the way they're saying is like both of them are going to be in the same movie, and then that's how they end 7th generation. Speaking of that, if you look back into the anime or in the movies, if you want to say, Ho-Ho appeared in I Choose You. That was years before. Togepi, all these Pokemon that got introduced before their generation, all these Pokemon introduced before. This was a 4th gen Pokemon. No, 2nd generation Pokemon. I'm sorry. All these Pokemon here, they got introduced before their generation. Kecleon got introduced before his generation. Welmer, Wynot, Duskull, the common ones, Latios, Blaziken, Sharpedo, the Johto Photo Finish, Seedot. Matter of fact, Zigzagoon, Lato, just all these Pokemon. Of course, Lucario and Weavile, Manaphy, Mankey, and Weasel. These Pokemon, all these Pokemon, Electivire, and Zeraora and Zerok and Woobat. All these Pokemon that Woobat was on his hat though, so we never got to see what it actually was until after the fact. Sylveon, Helioptile, Go-Go, Noivern. From this journalist, and then we got Magearna, of course, and we got Magearna months way before the announcement of her in the actual release. And to confirm that for you, Magearna was leaked in Coral on February 10th, 2016, but wasn't revealed and released until the 14th of 2016. It wasn't revealed until 2016. I'm sorry, but it wasn't released until actually Sun and Moon came out. The movie already came out in 2016. If you see the movie's release date when Volcanion, that movie came out, all that juicy details. That's so that doesn't mean just because we got a Pokemon there, it doesn't mean that the release date of that Pokemon is the same as the movie. So we could have a Pokemon in a movie or in the anime before Gen 8 actually hits, and we could have that little taste of Gen 8 before we actually get into full Gen 8. So all those Pokemon before their generation, And if you just think about that, all these Pokemon that was released. So, like I said, Zeraora is in the game data, and it definitely is a 7th-gen Pokemon. That's what it's saying in its Dex number inside the data mining that happened. But it could be between 7 and 8 because, as we all know, that Volcanion, he got released in 31 October 2016. By that time, in October, as a matter of fact, September, when for others, we already knew about the new Pokemon game. Later in that time, Sun and Moon already was a thing. We already knew about it, and we just had got him before the games came out. So that doesn't mean that Zeraora, he could be either a 7th-gen Pokemon that get released later, or we could have a Pokemon that he could just be an 8th generation Pokemon completely. But so far as I know, he's 7th generation. And we haven't even got a movie for this guy yet. We haven't even got a movie for him yet. And that's the thing. If once we get a movie for him, we can confirm 7th generation is done, over with, period. Once Ash is done with his journey, that's another thing. Ash is not even done with his journey yet in the Alola region. He's not done. Period. Ash has still only got the Olivia's trial done. He still has a lot to go in his, but he also recently just got the Black Z ring, and he also is traveling through Ultra Space. So it seems like Sun and Moon is shifting from Sun and Moon to Ultra Sun and Moon territory. So we could see 8th generation Pokemon pop up at the end of the anime series in a movie with Zeraora in it. So we have tons of the 21st movie, and we also have the end of the anime to see that 8th generation Pokemon pop up, or we could just completely see nothing, and Zeraora is our best bet, just knowing that something's coming. So I have no idea right now. I mean, that's all about the news I got. Oh, one more thing. So Reggie apparently talked about this, and I'm going to turn this up for you.
Look, here at this E3, we showcase not only games that are coming this year, so Super Mario Odyssey, Xenoblade Chronicles 2,
listen to the last thing he says.
ARMS, Pokemon Tournament Deluxe that we had for tournaments. And we gave a small peek to what fans could look forward to next year. And obviously the response has been greatest, I think, to the promise of a true Pokemon RPG coming on Nintendo Switch, as well as the announcement that we're working on Metroid Prime 4, and that's going to be held.
So, if you can see right there, he said people are excited for this new Pokemon Switch game, and that it should be coming 2018, sometime. So, like I said, that 2018 or later, again, comes up again. So, hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, of course, and I wish I had more to go off on besides the things that I've showed you so far. Let me know what you guys think about all this information that I've shared. And of course, you can always check out the other YouTubers' channels to see if I missed anything or anything like that. So, of course, out of it all, I wish the best of luck to the Pokemon franchise, and make a great mark on these games. Make them great. Make people want to pick them up, and make people want to buy the Switch day one for this game. Day one. Go. If you need to take to 2019, late 2019 or early 2019 and get it done, hey, you take that time. Do not rush this game, because if you rush it, it's not going to be polished enough. It'll be just like X and Y, unfinished and not all the way done. So I say this again. 2019 or 2018, either late 2018 we'll have it, or early 2019, or at least at late 2019 we should have this Pokemon Switch game come out. And If they want to do open world, that's fine. If they don't, you don't have to. But make the game great, and please do not change the formula to. I heard some rumors that they're trying to change it to Digimon's World style of attack formula, style of gameplay. And I'm like, don't change the formula. Don't change what works. Just don't change what works. If Pokemon has been going great on the same game mechanic style, do not change it. But if you have to try to make a mark and make something different, you can. But I'm saying, it might be a little hard for the new players to get into some, or even the old players to get into something that's not the same battle style as before, like something like Pokken tournament style, like type. And honestly, I don't mind it, but it's like something new that you wouldn't expect. So I don't think they would change it because that would be too out of the character, and that would probably hurt the franchise more if they try to introduce something new, too new. Introduce new features, but not too new where it breaks the game. It makes people not want to really play it as much. So I think Poké Tournament should stay its own thing. But let me know what you guys' thoughts and opinions is on this. And of course, see you guys in the next video when more Pokemon news drop, or I'll be bringing out a new series eventually. And I'll see you guys in the next video.